Chapter 15. Dire News.
They stood around, the three of them, waiting for him to pop out of the trees. They had set up camp, but it was not the joyous occasion it had been in the past. Not without Dad. Tylos burst out of the trees with a large smile plastered on his face, but the moment he saw them, the smile dropped off. His eyes widened with concern. "What is the matter?" Tylos sniffing for danger. They burst out and hugged him, crying. "Where is Todd?" he croaked, already knowing the answer, tears waiting in his eyes for confirmation. Julie looked him deep in the eyes. "Tylos, Todd had a heart attack. He hung in for a few days, but he didn't make it." She cried and buried herself into him, as the two girls did. Tylos backed away, and they let him go. The rage built from the bottom of his soul, and he let out a howl of anguish. The girls buried into their mother. The pain and the sound was too much for them to bear. Tylos stopped and dropped onto his knees. "Why?" he squeaked. They ran to him, wrapping around him again. He got his wits about them and tried to move into the camp and sat down. The trip was full of memories, and laughing and crying. In the end, the family held each other up, and in that family, Tylos was an equal member. The two girls stood in front of him on the last day. He smiled down at their tear-strewn faces. "You two have grown so much. I wish I could see you every day," Tylos said. The little one started to cry. "Hey, no more tears. I think we've had enough of those this trip, don't you think?" he said. She nodded and forced a small smile on her face. "Don't you worry. You will be back next year. I love you," he said, and they jumped on him in a hug. They said goodbye, and he stood. Julie popped out with a folder. "He said he was done. The 3 locations are the only ones left. He said you would need to go see. Here," she said, and gave him a cell phone. "Just turn it on and hold the 1 key to get a hold of us. We wanted so badly to tell you when it happened. That is why the girls wanted to be up here so fast. Turn it on. If it says there's a message, call us, or call us whenever you want." She handed him a bag chock full of instant chargers for the battery. "That should hold you, but if you get low, call and I will get you more," she said. She hugged him. "Thanks so much for still coming," Tylos said. "It's as much for us as it was for him, Tylos. We love you just as much. The girls probably more than you'll ever know." She smiled, tears flowing from her eyes. "This is still as much your family," she paused, thinking about Todd, "as it was before." They hugged again. He watched them hike out with their gear. He climbed up onto his ledge above Weaking Rock, his furry legs hanging over the edge. "I am always saying goodbye," he murmured under his breath. He sat back and opened the folder. "Thank you, Todd," he said, "for saving me." And he broke down and truly cried.